Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Very good afternoon. Let's start with this.
Good afternoon, sir.
Very good afternoon.
Sir, I have sent you substance file, sir.
Substance file. Okay, I received it.
Good afternoon.
Very good afternoon.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, tell me.
Sir, actually, I replaced my laptop, sir.
Okay.
So it's still heating up, sir. Will it take time, sir, to get melt?
Still hitting that. That is because this is something little technical, so I won't be able to say. One thing you can do, you can get in touch with Venkatesh, our IT guy. You can send Venkatesh. He might be able to help you out with this. So you can send a mail to student support. So asking for help, this thing. So hopefully he will be able to help it. Help.
Sir, could you please send the email address to my email?
Just send a mail to a student support only. Student,
Okay.
he will forward this to this thing. To
Okay.
Venkatesh. Okay.
Venkatesh, sir.
Venkatesh. Yes.
Sir, one more doubt.
Yes.
Sir, when you told me about the decal map, sir, I have asked you about I have asked the doubt about decal map.
Mm-hmm.
Sir, I cannot see the options, sir. Actually, it's a decal map I have downloaded from Pixel, but still I cannot see the option where to change it to decal map.
No. It's okay. Okay. It's basically decal map is basically textures. You have to create a material for decal map. So how to do it? There are two ways. Okay. Okay, I'll get back to this thing. Just give me a second. The decal map. So to create a
Yes.
decal map, there are two ways, two different ways. One is you can just simply go to Megascan if you have imported any Megascan decal map. Okay.
Yes, sir.
If you have imported, so you can go there. Let's see, where is my Megascan? Megascan here and decals. Any one of them, just any one of them. What you can do, right click, create a material instance and name it according to your file. Okay.
Hello, sir.
Then yes.
Sir, you were saying something. I think so. There was some problem with my headphones, so I wasn't able to hear, sir.
So I was saying once I explain this decal map, I'll get back to your file.
Yes, sir. Sir, I also have some problem with decal map, sir.
Okay. So same. I'm explaining that only. So what you do? Go to any of like this is for Megascan. Suppose you already imported a Megascan decal map, so you should have a decal map there, decal material, right? Create an instance of that, and now you can see all these maps are there: albedo, your normal, your opacity. Just replace these texture from your downloaded texture. So this will become your decal map. Not clear. Okay. Not clear. Okay.
Sir, my doubt is like when you
Let me
place.
explain his doubt first. I'll come to your point also. Okay. Let me explain this once, then I'll come back to your point. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So if you have doubts, let's see. I just duplicate this thing and drag, drop it here, move it. Now this is my suppose this is my XYZ some decal map. So I just created an instance there and paste it here. Double click and open, and it will show you all these parameters which is already available there. Now replace this with some texture, whatever texture you have downloaded. So let's see. We have, so here I can see I have all these textures here. Let's see, so create something. Okay, here you can see I have albedo, I have a normal, I have an alpha, right, and a roughness. So I can go and there's a roughness. I switch on that also, and this is my this thing, albedo to albedo, then normal to normal, opacity to opacity, and roughness to roughness. So now this become a decal map. So you need to have this decal map parameter, then only it will work. So this is one easy way you can do it. But what if I want to create it manually? So for that I'll go and open material. Yeah. So suppose now I want to create this thing manually. I have imported something from internet, and now I want to convert that into a decal map. So how do I do it? Right click, create a material, name it as master underscore. So here I'm creating a master material for decal map. So this is, I used a Megascan master material. Here I'm going to create it manually. So both are like the same process, same only, just here you have to manually create it. Here it's already there, you just have to replace the texture. So you should know how to create manually also, which is like pretty easy and simple. Double click and open. The material will open. Now the texture I want, suppose I want this one, albedo, normal, opacity, roughness. The opacity is mandatory, it need to be there. Drag drop here, albedo to albedo, normal to normal. This is roughness to opacity to opacity. Here you can see opacity is deactivated, and roughness to roughness. So select this, make it masked, or okay, mask. So then I can connect to this to opacity mask, or if it's a translucent, I can make it connect to opacity. So this one is not required. Break it now, but this is still a texture, a material. This is not a decal map yet. So click on this main thing, and material domain I have to change to default decal. The moment I change this thing default decal, I have to change blending mode to translucent. Otherwise, it won't work. You can see if I change it to mask, there is an error. It's showing an error. So it should be translucent. And this, now you can see this opacity is active. Connect this here. Now your entire thing is working. Here you cannot see anything, but now this entire material become decal map. Right click, convert to parameter, albedo, parameter, normal, opacity, roughness. So a basic, this thing is ready and it become a decal map. Save it. So you can see it become a decal map now. It's in my local folder material here. Right click, convert to instance, and if you open, you can see all those options are there for replacing. So I can use this for all the material, all the decal map downloaded. Just have to replace these maps and use it. So now it's a decal map. I can drag and see, I can place it here. It gives me the exact same result. What if I'm using Megascan, or I can do it manually also. So like this, you can convert your texture to decal map. If you don't do it, it will become a texture. If you do not change this to default decal, it is just a material. It will assign to a model. You cannot just place it there. So this is something you have to make sure. Change this to default decal and translucent, and it will become a decal map. It's clear, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So yeah, Shubham, you asking something? Tell me what was your doubt?
Yes, sir. So in decal maps, sir,
Hmm.
once you place them, so first they are very big, and while scaling them down, everything becomes pixelated, stretched, and nothing is visible, sir. And when on ground, sir, I can see the decal map, at least something of the map. But as I place it on the wall, everything stretches so much that nothing is visible, sir.
So for that, you have to rotate it. See, I'll show you. Like, oh, okay, let's see. Let's take a cube.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so this is my cube. Forget about this one. So I have a cube here, and I want to apply that decal I just created. Drag and drop it here. So you can see it's really huge, right?
Yes, sir.
It's really huge. It doesn't look very nice and not clean also. So this fog I'll delete. Fog is not required. Not required. So here you can see it's really huge. So what I have to do is I have to align it properly with the surface, make it really thin. So scale down. Just make sure it never flips.
Yes, sir.
Then reduce it nicely, and try to fit it within the shape. Now your decal is visible, right? It's visible clearly, right?
Yes, sir.
So now after this, now you want, suppose this, you or floor, it's visible, but when you apply to the wall, it's not visible, it looks stretched, right?
Yes, sir.
So reason, if I apply this here on this wall, I have to rotate it. You can see this blue arrow.
Yes.
That
Yes.
is the direction of decal map. In that direction, only decal map will be visible.
Yes, sir.
So one rotated 90 degree. So you can see nothing is visible here. So I have to push it down and align with this surface. Now you can see it visible this side also.
Yes, sir.
So you have to rotate it based on the angle. If you're not rotating, it won't be visible.
Yes, sir.
So like this, you can rotate and place it. See for this side also. If I keep it here, you can see it's just a block. You can see, you cannot see anything here. So if I rotate 90 degree and place it here. So for every side, every direction, you have to align that with the angle. So if you select the decal map, there is a blue arrow. So that is the direction of decal map. So make sure it projects wherever you're projecting, it's facing that side.
Yes, sir.
If it's not facing, because it's, suppose this is there, if I rotate in like this, you can see it's still visible, but it's black in color.
Yes, sir.
Reason, it's flipped. So I have to, because this blue arrow should face this wall.
Yes, sir.
So you just need to rotate it and align it with the surface. That,
Yes.
I guess now it's clear.
Yes, sir. It's clear, sir.
Oh,
And sir, in Unreal only, sir,
Mhm.
like yesterday I opened my file again and there was some orange lighting, sir, but I have deleted all the lightings and the sky sphere also, sir.
orange lighting.
Yes,
Like
sir.
your scene looks orange.
Yes, sir. And everything was like flickering, sir.
That is, I really can't say until unless you see the file. But one color is showing, maybe because of you have atmospheric fog and your exponential height fog. Maybe that those things are there in your scene. Maybe because of that, it's giving you that orange feel. That is something possible. But like everything is flickering, that is something I have to see the file for that,
Yes, sir.
because maybe it's because of the scale. Scale is too big or too small.
Oh, okay.
Maybe because of that it happens. It happens because of that. So possibility is it might be your file size, scale of the model is very small. That's why it's flickering.
Yes, sir. My some models which are flickering, sir, like bulb and all, they are small, sir. So,
Now bulb should be small only. Like okay, what you can do, you can just submit your send me your project. I can check that. I can open and check that, so I can like explain it better.
yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, now we have this thing. Yeah. So here you have sent me this file. Let me see color. Base color, you have added dirt and all. I can see. About fiber and all, you have added dirt. Also fine.
Sir, in this, can we write something on, sir?
Okay, if you want to write something, you cannot manually write. You have to write it in Photoshop
Yes,
and
sir.
export that. Like okay, I'll show that. Okay, let me check this file first, then I'll explain that.
Yes, sir.
So there is an issue with this. You can see all your grunge. You have added this grunge, right?
Yes, sir.
So this grunge, whenever you have grunge, it should be matte. So let's see. You have added height and roughness. So you can see your roughness is glowing, it's glossy.
Yes, sir.
Usually dirt and grunge and all the scratches are not shiny. So
Yes.
always make it matte. So
Yes, sir.
previously it was glossy, make it matte. White means matte, black means shiny.
Yes, sir.
So reduce this and this intensity of normal. It looks like it's protruding outside. It should go minus.
Yes, sir.
Scratches should go inside, right?
Yes, sir.
So those small things, it should go inside. So you can see the clear surface difference now.
Yes, sir.
So that it should be there. And color and all this thing is fine, but only my concern is that this wood, instead of this wood, you can use a base texture from this thing, from Megascan. That will give you a better result. That will look way better like this. Let's see.
Yes, sir.
Oh, this is your wood, right? So if I
Yes,
use
sir.
a bridge have a lot, tons of wood and very good quality wood. So let's see. So I just open it, load. I have a lot of already surface details. Let's see. You can see wooden surface. I have a lot of wooden this thing textures. I have downloaded previously. All this. So I can use any one of them. This also looks kind of fine. Open the folder and your texture, ambient occlusion, normal, roughness. Displacement we don't use for gaming. Drag drop here. Select all of them. Textures, current session, import. All of them are imported. So all these things I am going to create. I'm not removing anything, just removing, adding a one layer here. And let's see, base color to base color. And here I can see I don't have an ambient occlusion. So I'll go to texture, scroll, channels, add an ambient occlusion channel also, and switch it on. And for this, there is no metal, there is no height, occlusion to occlusion, normal to normal, and roughness to roughness. So, and here I can see the normal is slightly looks flipped. Right now it's bitmap. This is more of a direct 3D. No. OpenGL. Yeah, OpenGL is better. So that is, we have to check like whichever normal is what, and then align. You can see this texture looks way better. This because this have a lot of detail already. It's a scan, right?
Yes, sir.
This give you better result. This will give you better result, and you can just top of it. You can add all this thing that will work beautifully without any problem.
Yes, sir.
So like this, you can generate. So what will happen? So it will look more realistic.
Yes, sir.
So that's the only thing. It will look more realistic. And you see, you have baked everything. Yeah. Okay. Nice.
Sir, just remember one doubt, sir.
Hmm.
Sir, these handles which I have created, sir.
These things.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
If I create one and multiply it, duplicate in Unreal, is it possible, sir?
For this much things, I won't recommend to do it. Reason because these are very small parts. If you do it, yes, you can definitely do it, but it will increase the amount of work, your work only in Unreal.
Yes,
And then alignment will be issue, and then like placement and all these things will be issue, right? So
yes,
if you
sir.
do it in Max, it will be like way easier. What you can do is create one texture, one or two, and then duplicate in Max itself.
Yes, sir.
That is you can do. That is something will be more efficient.
Yes, sir.
So like add those things, and backside it's a corner piece. Like backside is nothing, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, then it's fine. Then it's fine. So like this we apply and see everything. Now you can see UV is kind of clean here. Let's see the UV. Okay, it's much better, much
Thank you, sir.
better.
Thank you,
So yeah, this is how like you have to open everything, keep everything separate. It looks clean only. Only one thing, like what this now whatever you did is correct,
Yes, sir.
but there is some scope of like improvement, like this, like what all these gold parts are very small, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
So what I can do in UV, reduce the size of the gold slightly, maybe 30%, 40% reduce, and try to increase the size of this wooden part slightly,
Yes,
because wooden part have more surface area as compared to gold. So proportionately, wooden part should have more UV space as compared to gold.
yes, sir.
Smaller part we can give extra space, that's fine, but it should be proportionate to the more space area, like most of the area, like because your wooden part have more detail. So if you have more space, you can work on it better, and if you add more, you can add more detail. Gold part is very small, so it's not visible that prominently. So if it is small also, it will work.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So
Yes, sir.
otherwise, this looks kind of fine. The only thing is, mine, like if you use a base from Vegascan, it will improve the quality of texture. I showed you, I guess. Okay, I'll open another file. Then I'll show you one more file like we recently created for another project. What is this one? This card. What is this?
It's a coffee machine, sir.
Okay, it's a copy machine. So same thing I'll recommend, use a base.
Yes, sir.
Use a base, and again that noise thing you see, those are
Yes,
glossy. So you have to make them a little.
it's the spinner one, sir.
You have multiplied this. Like this looks much better as compared to this. and this is only for, this is for dirt and all. So what you have to do is here, switch off base, metal, normal. Okay, you have added dripping this thing on this layer. That's why it's creating this. Always add your dirt and all this thing on your fill layer.
Yes, sir.
So just replace this base with that. So you'll get a better, you'll get a better result. Okay, this thing. Yeah, this dirt. Same thing. Metallic. You have added a lot of. So make sure dirt is not metallic.
Yes, sir.
Remove metal. Roughness should be matte.
Yes, sir.
And normal is not required. Whatever is not required, make sure switch it off. And,
Yes.
height, I can see, make it little minus, not plus. So, and projection always triplanar.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, tell me.
So, what is the difference between all of them, sir? Like, what does the triplanar do, sir?
Triplanar is basically project the texture from three direction. Triplanar. Tri means three, planar means plane, right?
Yes, sir.
It's basically project the texture from three direction. Well, suppose, okay, let's see. Okay, I'll hide this one, this one. Okay. So suppose I have this surface. I apply a texture only. Let me apply only one texture on this. I just hide everything. So I want to apply a texture. Let's see, do I have any textures? I know, I guess I have closed it. So just give me a second. I'll just import one diffuse only one map. Just to show you, oh sorry, not all parts, sorry, texture, current session, import. Now I created this only color and just drag drop to base color. So let's see, it applied all over it, right?
Yes, sir.
All over it, there's no issue, nothing. So it looks kind of clean only, but I can see there is a clear seam here,
Yes, sir.
right? And plus, let's see, this doesn't have any smoothing group, so make sure apply a smoothing group there.
Yes, sir.
And plus you can see direction changes here abruptly. Direction change abruptly. So this is your default UV projection, like that texture is projecting based on the UV map. If I change this to triplanar, you see, based on the surface, it changes the texture.
Yes, sir.
That is the myth. So it basically projecting from three direction. So you won't, we will never have any seam in your model.
Yes, sir.
So it basically project based on the shape of the model. Previously it was shape of the UV or placement of the UV. And now this is based on the model.
Yes, sir.
And then you have, you can see planar projection, only plane. This and UV is kind of almost same, but it's planar, it's one direction. Sides become stretched because projecting from this direction.
Yes, sir.
Similarly, you have another spherical projection, like you have spherical unwrapping in Max, spherical, cylindrical, same thing. So for this, most of the time we'll be using triplanar, so there is no seam at all.
Yes, sir.
So it will clean your shape and it will give you better result, and there won't be any seam. So overall, this looks fine. The only thing is, like, try to use some base and this particular model, this your spinner, this thing have no this thing, what do you call, smoothing group assigned.
Yes,
So
sir.
you need to make sure this cut is fine. This cut can be like this, but the outside part, you can see, I can see a cut here, I can see a cut here, which is clearly visible.
Yes, sir.
It's faceted. So make sure select this, apply a auto smooth, auto or this thing, smoothing group, and then import it back. It will work.
Yes, sir.
And yeah, because if you add something texture like this, it will look very nice and it will give you better result.
Yes, sir.
Let's see UV. Okay. UV. Why it's like this? Let me see. Okay, this is one single part, that's good, but resolution. Bigger part, bigger UV, smaller part, smaller UV.
Yes, sir.
Like this is correct. This is not wrong. Only
Yes.
problem is size of the UV. So like okay, like suppose you have this one. So how you unwrapping it? Like you not checking with checker map.
Checking, sir.
So then how this different? This much difference? Uh, like let's see. Like if you apply checker map, either the checker map throughout the model should be same, or the bigger part will have bigger, like more space, and like if you have more detail in some area, so like some design or carving will give more space to that section. So technically it should be same throughout the model. So
Yes.
let's see. Import desktop. Okay, so applied it. So now I want some checker here. Yes, I have a checker map. Let's see desktop or downloads. I have a checker map. So what I'll do is just simply drag drop here. So and pick this. I can see the image apply here. Tiling and increase to 20 by 20. So clearly visible. This one is big. This one is small. Right?
Yes, sir.
Like
Yes.
UVs are correct. Like it's clean. It's clean. It's like not stretch here. I can see there's a stretch here.
Yes, sir. That one, sir. While relaxing it and doing anything, sir, it's creating a little issue, sir.
So
Only that
apply a reset exform. Apply a
yes,
reset exform to your model and then do it. It will fix that problem.
yes, sir.
So here I can see. So if I do the UV, so what I'll do is for this, you can see all the seam and everything. So as of now, I can see my checkers are not equal. So first thing first, I select everything, rescale, fix this. So now you can see this one becomes so big.
Yes, sir.
So now all the checkers are equal. All the checkers are equal. Now now there are a few things I have to modify like this. If I want, I can stitch with this.
Yes, sir.
This edge I can stitch with this easily. So let's see what can be done here. This one, let's see where it is. This one, it's separated from the main body. So here, It's not stitching. Okay. This part is not unwrapped properly. Select this thing. Select the entire thing. I can use a cylindrical or plane, anything. Here is my entire UV at once. Now I need a cut. It's all triangulated, and you must be having this non-triangulated model. So now what you have to do is, like, you have to select one border, one edge, entire loop. Right click, break it, then select this model, relax it. So it will see, it will relax the entire thing nicely, and that problem is also gone.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that you have to do, fix it. And now in our scene I can see there's a lot of empty space or open space, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
in that case, there are like two things I can do. Let's keep the smaller parts all aside, keep them aside. Okay, I'll just use my selection. Shall move it outside now, and plus, what is this? Okay, this is the entire thing. So this part I cannot do anything. This is fine, but this inside part is empty, right?
Yes, sir.
That is not correct. So whenever we have something like this, either I stitch it with this, only the edges, or I can keep it separate. So I can break this corner and keep them as, make them a straight line.
Yes, sir.
If you break this, it will rotate and become straight. Break this, rotate and become straight, right?
Yes, sir.
So now for this kind of stuff, what we do is, because UV space, there are a lot of UV space that needs to be filled. So the smaller parts, for the smaller parts, we can give them little extra UV. Like suppose this one, I'll make it slightly bigger. Slightly bigger. Similarly for this also, slightly bigger. And this is a side ring, it should be combined with this. And now for filling this, all these areas, there are two ways. Either I split the box,
Yes, sir.
I split the box like side, any one of the side, I split the box in half, like suppose this section. Oh. Right click, break it. So now this is two different mesh shell. Place it like this, select both of them, and plus these two also. And select all of them, and now scale them slightly. So it
Yes.
will fill your space. And this, if I break it, I can place it here easily. This I can place, and all these small things I can place.
Yes, sir.
And and if I'm using tri-planar, so no matter what, from where I cut it, I'll get the correct texture only, because without any seam.
Yes, sir.
So like this, we have to fill, we have to identify where we have to like increase, because this is the most of the part, this is visible area, right? This is the biggest
Yes, sir.
part, chunk of your texture. So this should use the most of the texture area.
Yes, sir.
The size of the model is directly proportionate to the UV size of the UV.
The size of the model is, sir?
Directly proportionate to your UV size.
Yes, sir.
So size of the model is equal to size of the UV size. Like if it's a bigger model, more space to UV. If a smaller model, less space in UV.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that is something we can do. and then we can fix those things and apply a smoothing group this, like that is
Yeah,
something like this.
yes, sir.
For this, what I can do is collapse all, select entire model, and smoothing group, see no smoothing group applied, so apply a auto smooth. That should solve the problem. Note corners and edges and angles, solve the problem, it will become clean. And whenever your UV is not working properly, it's creating some, it's not relaxing properly, that means you have to use reset X form.
Yes, sir.
So this is like a standard, like whenever you finish a model, go to your utilities, reset X form, reset, and collapse it, then start UVing, so you will never face any issue in UV.
Yes, sir.
So this is like basic standard way of doing it. So do it like this and it will work. So that's the only thing, like UV corrected, and plus the texture like it's going in right direction only. It just because if you use scan texture, you'll get a better result.
Yes, sir.
So use that, and because end of the day your quality of output will matter.
Yes,
Okay, so that is very important. Focus on that, and then we can fix all these things. The UV, if you can correct it.
yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, delete, open the file. Okay, I'll show you something. I guess I showed you this thing previously, right? So here you can see the all the textures, everything you can see here. Everything is you have used Megascan base and then generated all this design detail in Substance.
Yes, sir.
So you what happens? Your this thing like texture. Your texture becomes really. Where is my fog? Let me. So you can add different textures, different things, and generate all this dirt within Substance, but use a base from Megascan so that we will have a very good quality base. So it will look realistic and give you a better result.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Let's open this. Okay. So we were populating our scene and creating all these things. And that thing, I kind of don't like it. Delete that. So now this is my scene. So all this, suppose this corner, I want some grass or something, right? So that I can import those things here directly. That is something I believe in Megascan. I have already imported 3D assets or 3D plants. So we have, you can see tons of plants. This is like already there in Megascan. And this is like creepers. So if it's a really old, weathered and dirty, this thing, so I can add a lot of creepers here. Let's see, I want to use this decal map. Placement, align it.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, tell me.
Sir, I was wondering, like, if we use these decal maps, like a lot of them, like, are they taxing on the system, or is it
Yes.
okay, sir, to
No,
use?
definitely it's going to tax on your system because decal maps are it's projecting on the surface. It's texture. Yes,
Yes.
if you're using like few decal maps and repeating within the same scene, it won't be that heavy. But if you're using hundreds of different decal maps, then it will become expensive on your system.
I see, sir.
So try to use
Yes, sir.
something generic that you can repeat multiple times.
Yes, sir. Yes. Thank you, sir.
All right. So I just create this dirt and all, and I want to add some like foliage or something. I can, if I want to create that. Or I should make a hole here. I should make a hole. Yes, I'll do that. I'll break some section and create a hole. So I want to add some foliage here. So there's a lot of ways. I can just simply drag it off one by one. Fern is better. Like, so I can, if I want, I can just simply manually drag one by one. It's loading. Yeah, loaded. Place it here and manually I can place and nicely generate all these details. So I can see the scale. I need to increase maybe 3 times, 3.5 times. So what I'll do is for here, I will use foliage. I'll go to foliage and paint it instead of doing it manually. All three, drag drop here, all three are active. Select all three of them. Minimum is 2 and maximum is 4. So that means they have multiple values. And reduce the brush size. And now if I want, I can populate this. Density is 0.41. This G to get rid of this that grid. So like this, I can add all this foliage. So what I'll do is my base structure is, as you can see, almost ready. So because if it's a closed thing, I cannot really add foliage. If it's a ruin and it's a damaged structure and there is holes and all like water dripping or something, then only we can have foliage. So I need to create some holes on the ceiling. I'm planning to break this thing. I just simply delete that section and cap it. Delete that section, close the hole, bridge it and close it. And then for that addition part, I'll just unwrap that automatically, make it flat. Flat, and then apply the same texture. So it will automatically generate and create hole. And plus I can put a direction light and create this entire design very easily. I'll do that. And then I'll make it really dirty, old and weather, and maybe I'll like this hole, those things I'll keep it. Maybe I'll put some light there. And so if I play, you can see all foliage is here. So like this, I can add all this debris, dirt, and like it's now it's only like it's about detailing. Now you have to add details one by one and see everything, check all the parts and light. Maybe I can add some flickering light or something. Now it's a lighting wise, it looks pretty clean. Like all the lights are working properly everywhere. Light, I can delete few lights here and there, make it few sections little darker and balance it out basically. And some like hanging wire and all those things I have to create.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that I'll do. So so this foliage I can add. So I'll break this section, and like, well, suppose this staircase, I have this section and I want to add little broken section. Place it like this. So you can see it will look like this thing. So I need to add a decal map here, break it. It's already weathered, but I need to add a couple of more things so it will look natural. And for this dirt and all, I can, like, if I want to add this dirt, I can add this dirt also here. Rotate, angle rotation and switch off like this, like some debris. So it's about like your planning, like what you're planning and how you creating. So it will look like it's, this all this dirt accumulated like during some period of time and generated all this dirt and everything. I can do that and rotate this thing, change the angle. Only thing keep in mind, those open hole should not be visible any. And this side have lights. So I need more, this part area is really dark. That means I need to fix the lighting. If I play, it looks kind of bright only. Bright only. You can see all this dirt. So I need to add more dirt, more things, and plus I need to have a light source from the top. So I need to create a hole in the ceiling, one or two holes, or maybe one wall is broken or something, or maybe that tunnel I can break it and make it a hole there. Like from there, light is coming inside or something. We can do that to make our scene more interesting. So add more details, more things, and you can see those dust particles are there. So you can see sometimes moving. So it makes your scene more interesting. So small detail. We'll do that. You will add all these details. Yeah. Just give me a second.
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, tell me.
Can I share my screen, sir? I have the project open, sir.
Okay, share your screen. Share. I can see your screen.
Yes, sir. Sir, this is a test one, sir.
Okay.
Sir, I think so. The light intensity is too much. Yes. Sir, these boxes also I imported, sir, and
Mhm.
they're also a little different from the Mega Scan, sir.
Okay.
Like the texture seems a little off, sir.
Texture. This is showing your basic material. Can you open the material? This material.
Yes, sir. Um,
Uh, is it supposed to look like this?
no, sir.
I believe this box looks different in Megascan completely.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So what happened here?
I don't know, sir.
Hmm.
Like you said, I installed the plugins and then directly exported it. Yes.
Directly exported here. Can you open the material? Right side, that material, I can see that. Double click and open it.
This one, sir.
Okay, yes, this one only. Can you show me how it looks in this thing, Megascan?
Yes, sir.
I can say it's a concrete material. It's not a wooden material.
Yes, sir. This one, sir.
I can't see anything. I can see your Unreal only. I guess you shared only Unreal. You have to share your screen, not the application.
Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. Is it visible, sir?
Now it's visible. So you have downloaded this one. If you're exporting, it's coming entirely different.
Yes, sir.
How it's possible? Okay, just simply export it. Export, just click on export. Yes to all. Yes, all. Okay. But in this, there is no texture. I can see there only normal and roughness.
Yes, sir.
Where is the textures then? Check,
Sir,
check the setting. You are importing and downloading all the textures. Download setting. Download setting. Roughness, displacement, normal.
this one is
Not selected. So that's why, na. So your albedo is not selected. So now your albedo is selected. Now
Yeah.
exported, it will work. Metalness also. Metalness. Second option.
Yes, sir.
Now exported, it should work. Go to Unreal and see. I export it. I have to export this thing. Yes. Normally.
1 second, sir. Name
Wooden military.
wooden millet.
Great. Wooden military crate. You have. Okay, open the open this one, not this one. Back.
This
Back.
is the
Back. Open this one. Back. Third one open. Okay. So check your export setting now.
yes, sir.
Maybe in that export settings. Textures. Check textures. JPEG. Decal imperfection. So click on the 3D assets. Open it.
I haven't done anything over this one, sir. Like I haven't even touched it.
Okay. So this looks fine. There's no, I cannot see any issue here. So only right click on the asset, and go to files. Show me the folder. In that folder, you have all the textures, right?
Yes, sir.
Control and zoom in. Like I cannot see the thumbnail. Begin thumbnail. Normal, roughness. There is no diffuse. There is no diffuse here. You have to download it again. You just go to your Megascan bridge and download it again. Not like this. Back, yes. Resolution. Just download it again. Select 4K this time. Scroll down. Download.
Yes, sir.
Download it. Because you previously it was off, so it wasn't diffuse is not there.
Oh,
Diffuse is
okay.
not there, so obviously it's showing the basic that in the master material they have applied a concrete material, concrete texture. That's
Yeah.
that's why the concrete is visible.
Yes, sir. Mm. And so while it's downloading, sir,
Hmm.
this one I was talking. Sir. So this wall, so I wanted to place something like this on the wall.
Hmm.
So I wanted the decal. I wanted to place here, but it wasn't placing, sir. Like this, something is happening, and like if you,
Yes, what is happening? You're setting like in bridge already. You are most of the you can see there is no albedo map. You can see
yes,
your
sir.
folder. So your albedo was off. That's why it's getting all this problem. Do not modify all those things unnecessarily. So because
Yes,
you
sir.
need albedo map. So right now it's showing concrete because you have because there is no albedo map.
Yes, sir.
So make sure switch on the albedo and re-download it and then re-export it.
Yes, sir.
Then it will be fine.
Okay, sir. And so, like after I place it over here, it will work, right, sir?
Place it there. (90° and see it's visible.
Yes, sir.
So that texture needs to be there. There is no texture. So that's why nothing is visible. So
Yes.
make sure the texture is there and align it properly with the wall. It will work.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Good. Okay, Hallmark attendance.
Sir, these things are like cancelled. This happens all the time, sir. Like,
So that's an internet issue. That's an internet issue. Because maybe your internet connection is not stable. That's why it's happening. Because based on bigger size, it needs more bandwidth. That's why it's happening.
yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, then I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you, sir.